everyone, my name is Jimena and I'm going to explain what were the results of my ecological footprint. First of all, it was surprising to realize how my actions can damage the world if everyone does the same actions as me. Then I will show you what were my results. The first result explained that if everyone lived like me, we will need to have 3 Earths. Then, by land type, half of this percentage is based on the carbon footprint. This explains my ecological footprint, carbon footprint in CO2 emissions and in percentage. Food is the source that I must consume. Now, during the semester, I start to make some sustainable daily actions. The first one is to separate the trash. When we were to our lab practice, we leave the bottles in there. The second action was to use an ecological bottle. In this case, I start to use more frequently a thermo. The third action was to use an ecological transport, which is a bus, and I used it with my brother to go to the high school. Thanks for watching, and let's go to another one.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I will show you the action that I take to help the environment, and also I will tell you about my experience and the results obtained in the 2 ecological footprint tests.
In the first test, I was surprised how my rhythm of life is and how it affects the environment in a very negative way. So I started doing activities to help the sustainability of the environment, such as replace the plastic bottles with thermos, use toppers to take my daily lunch to the school. During the semester, I collect bottles, recycle paper so that it went to a recycling center, and finally collect plastic caps in the same way. After performing this action, I returned to perform the test and I could see how the result was notably improved. So a small change in our routine make the real change to a better world.
Hi, my name is Paloma and I'm going to present you my results of the ecological footprint. First of all, I would like to say that I think the pollution is a very serious problem and everyone should worry more about the planet and the environment. We should stop littering the streets, rivers, seas, and lakes, stop polluting the air, and start separating the garbage, reuse, recycle, and among other solutions to stop polluting.
For me, the results that I got in the quiz of the ecological footprint were extremely shocking because I never thought how my actions affect the planet in such a significant way. In the first results, I got that if everyone lived like me, we will need 2.1 Earths. The results changed completely the way in which I live, and I hope that in the future, all my actions help the environment instead of damaging it. In the second charge of the results, I got that the category which I consume the most is the one of the mobility, with a result of 1.2 GHA. In the second place, I have the category of food with 0.9 GHH, and in the third place, the one of the shelter, while my ecological footprint is 3.6. Some of the measures that I implemented to reduce my consumption of pollutants were to start carrying my own vessel for my food instead of using disposable plates, just as I began to carry my own thermos instead of plastic bottles. Another solution that I started to do was to start recycling the paper that I have got from the past semesters.
Hi, I am Andres, and in my first ecological footprint test, I scored that we will need 4.8 Earths if everyone lived like me. 12.8 was my carbon footprint, and it represented 54% of my total ecological footprint. To reduce my score, I did some sustainability actions. I bring paper to recycle and bottle caps. I also get together cardboard and plastic bottles, but I didn't find my evidences. Then we have the cloth bags. In fact, my family used them normally since 2017. We always bring it when we go to the supermarket. And finally, the hardest to me, use a thermo. Because I always forget it, but I use it instead of many bottles of plastic. After the actions, I made the test again and I scored 0.6 less than the first one. 11.4 was my carbon footprint and the percentage did not change, it remains in 54.
Hi, my name is Angela and I did a test of the ecological footprint, and it was so interesting because it tells us about the highest and the smallest percentage of what we are causing to the earth, and my results were if we live like me, we will need 2.2 earths. So now I will explain some of the graphics and percentage and images of my results, and let's start.
In my house, there is a place where the water can go. My house is mix of blocks, but it's similar. We are three in the family, but the house is regular. I know that is bad because I am above the average. Usually we are not in my house, so that's why. My neighbors deposit the trash in the place it is. The transportation that I use more is the car. This answer is the same as the last. When I travel by the car, they are not far away. No as often. The trips we do are in a few hours. These are my results, and we can see that the case that is affecting is the carbon footprint and the smallest one is the grazing land. Then during the semester we were doing various ecological activities such as collecting bottles and live in the lab, drinking water from the bottles all the days, and not spending light.
My name is Carlos Ramirez and I'm gonna show you what did I do this semester as sustainable actions. It was surprising to me the ecological print that I have. One of my main actions was recollecting PET. I take the bus with my sister Jimena as an ecological way to reduce CO2 on the environment. I use thermos, avoiding the bottle plastics. Also, I collect papers to recycling them.